email forward to Mayor Williams that per our conversation earlier and your questions about the conference. So he sent her the email chain in which it was an email from me saying, hey, this be really good information. I think you need to attend. And he stated that he would drive, and I said, okay. At this training, Chief Spurgeon and I sat down at the table. I noticed that Mayor Williams whispered something in his ear. I noticed how his face changed, and I asked him what's going on, because it was another police chief, a fire person, and somebody else sitting at the table. And he stated to me that Mayor Williams had stated to him that Councilwoman Bryant stated to her that they just going up there to lay up with each other. And as she walked, she went to the bathroom, she came back by, she whispered something else to him. And I said, what did she just say? And she said, well, I don't know how, because they only got 4 hours. What all can you do in 4 hours? And I said, you have got to be kidding me. This coming from the mayor, council person, your city administrator, and your police chief, attending an educational meeting, must be going to lay up with each other and couldn't do very much in 4 hours. I was appalled at this, because I started noticing then that, this is all happening because of my decision to do the right thing in the previous months. So at a public safety committee meeting, while Councilwoman Bryant, and this is my opinion, was kind of going in on the police chief about wanting to look at a forfeiture account, which by law she's not supposed to, council people are not supposed to look at. I noticed that it was a lot of tension in the room, and I know it was because of these things that happened with this contract. Oh, let me go back. I forgot one thing. Back after I was contacted by the FBI and had to answer those questions, Councilwoman Bryant came to my office and she said, I heard there was an investigation. Do I need to hire my own attorney? And I told her, yes, there is an investigation and you may want to seek independent legal advice. So at that time she knew that there was an investigation occurring. Sorry, I forgot a very important part. But I did not go into detail as to who the complainant was at that time, because I was trying to protect the complainant and the best interest of the investigation. Okay, now we back at the public safety committee meeting. All right, so in this meeting I said, well, let's just attack the elephant in the room. And I asked Councilwoman Bryant, why did you tell Mayor Williams that him and I were going to Stockbridge to go lay up with each other? So she's appalled and says she didn't say this. Mayor Williams at the time, I think her statement was, things that I say to people shouldn't be repeated. And she walked out and all that. And I told Councilwoman Bryant that she also told me that she called me a bitch. And I asked her, was that true? And she said, no, I didn't. Yeah, I called you a bitch. And I said, okay. And she said that's sitting right there, actually. She's not going to the conversation, but Chief Spurgeon, of course, expressed to them how he was very upset at these statements that were made, because he is a married man, and this could, if his wife was to leave stuff like this, create problems within his marriage. And he also told them that he would be filing a written notice of